Sort my collar out.
That's live. Hello, everyone.
We're up again.
I think Seb's doing the intro. Let's.
I did it last time, right?
While he's
Hello,
eating.
everyone. How you doing? Good morning. I wasn't here for the first part of the stream this morning, and that's the only reason it wasn't working correctly. I'm now here. We're going to analyze the World Cup final from your choice, 2017 against France. Thank you for watching. This is Jack, Fred, and Seb, the pleb. Let's do it.
So apologies again about the original stream. It's because I decided I was going to try and make a studio upstairs in my spare bedroom, but there is no Wi-Fi up there really. So I've commandeered the living room and made my wife go outside to do the gardening. So without any further ado, we'll get straight into the stream. World Cup 2017. France v England.
The very beginning of the game.
Yeah, very beginning, mate. We'll get this first half out of the way.
So this game, very unfortunately, the light from outside really ruined the stream. But
yeah, Fred was just saying before that ideally the cameras needed to be on the other side, didn't they?
The thing is they definitely have a camera set up on the other side.
Oh yeah, they do.
I think they just had that for the close-ups, didn't they?
Yeah, they should have swapped it the other way. The apple. That's what you can hear.
Try and crunch the apple as someone's making a collision.
Oh,
sorry,
lost him. Oh no, we're back.
So this is what we were talking about yesterday, doing the triangle, which is taking numerous channels on the same side and then opening up. And look how much terrain you gain.
That was interesting. Yes. That guy ran on the pitch then, and that's why they had to stop.
Oh, don't talk to Seb about the guy running on the pitch.
They did it, mate. They did it the whole game. Like they literally stopped us from playing from that.
Seb almost got into a fight with him because he ran through, jumped over Seb's chair and hit him in the face with his butt.
No, with the elbow.
It was his bum.
Mate, he elbowed me.
Shit pass, Jack.
Yeah, because
well, it wasn't. It just depends who it was to.
I think it wasn't a shit pass. Danny hit it, and we should get it back.
I never do anything wrong.
Well, because my pass to you was brilliant, and then yours, it looked like it, but it was actually because Danny hit the ball, and we get it back. But...
yeah, I think they noticed it, didn't they? That's why we get the ball back. So we get another set here,
and we score. That's
oh,
me looking at the ref. Oh, don't score quite yet. Got a guy that's throwing himself to the floor. Look.
So John was just saying about how hot it was in the arena, actually.
Oh God!
Oh mate, it was so hot there.
It was
like 30 degrees plus.
The venue was brilliant. It was huge, so there were loads of people there. But even still, it were like 20 odd degrees outside, without people inside, and then. But it was just a shame about the court, wasn't it?
The court we were playing on was made that very morning or the day before, just for this
Jack
game.
Was saying.
And it had, like, we had a training in the morning, and we had nails coming out, sticking out like that. We had to ask them to cut down.
It's insane.
Scary stuff.
It's a shame because we was at the match in Albi, I think it was. Was it Albi? No, the Toulouse court was really good. The blue
blue court, yeah.
Yeah.
The best court we've ever played on, ever. Honestly, it was amazing.
Did we play something similar to that in Australia?
No.
So my question is then, why did you end up going for the 2 points here?
It was Wayne's call. Wayne's called to take the
Wayne's
two, get
on
the
it.
ball back, and keep just get on the
putting
scoreboard.
pressure on. Yeah,
Oh, hands in the air.
that's Miguel
Again.
gone for you.
Questionable rule, that one, because apparently you're not allowed to do it, but you're allowed to put an elbow up or something, I was told.
What if you're blocking the kick?
Yeah, you're not allowed to put your hands in the air.
I full on tilt my chair and jump.
Yeah, you're, the nastiest player of the whole wheelchair rugby league. So
And I just make up for it for being nice off the court.
yeah, you smile at the ref, which helps. Right.
All right, so 2 points up.
Recovery from Ryan Richardson.
But now we start working the left side now. But that triangle is
Yeah.
a perfect triangle, Seb, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, if you want to watch that back, that was a drive that was very, very successful.
But it's still
And a
going.
great
It's still
one from
going.
Ryan as well afterwards. We were putting so much effort into our lines and really got into them.
Our build-up
Sorry,
play was excellent in this. I mean, we did some great stuff up in on their try line, but I think in terms of what the best thing we did in this game was building the play from getting started. We made so much ground. We got loads of moved their defense massively, so we didn't have to put anything flashy on at the end of the sets.
Yeah.
Just had to pick the right lines.
As well.
It just happens again here. You draw in two players. I come on the right. I can see Gilles not in position and just score.
It was
very
there's
simple.
one that went behind. He was the one that sort of, because you ended up getting 3 players caught. So when you do a slow push, you turn back, and the one that's chasing you misses a kick and then goes behind them, and that's when he turns away. You've already got the 2 on the other side.
Yeah, and Scraps does well to keep Gilles away from Seb.
Yeah, skipping him, and then there's no way you could really miss on that one.
Well, Seb could if he tried.
No.
I was so under pressure. I remember that try.
Oh.
I remember nearly failing, even if I was kind of left alone. You can't see the replay is awful. You can't see, but
See,
I
that's
kind of
so annoying.
avoid it.
It's such a better side as well for filming. Oh, we've got Nathan Mallow in the chat.
And
Hello,
Nathan, I've got a live comment. I didn't see. Morning all. Oh, there's Seeger.
Oh, look at that. Hi,
How you doing,
Seeger.
Seeger.
What John did you think I was talking about?
I thought you said
it nearly slipped
Mullo.
out of your hand from my video. Yeah, it did. I remember. I kind of was, messing around with the ball. I nearly dropped it. I was very, very under pressure. I was beginning of the game. They should have used that for the final. Yeah, they should have. The semi-final court, that blue stuff was absolutely amazing. It had speed. It had what's it called? Grip. It was just the best court I've ever played on.
It was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was like a kind of puzzle they put on the actual venue. They put a puzzle of this blue stuff.
Yeah, it was like put together like a jigsaw.
Yeah.
You played Australia there, didn't you? In France.
Yeah, it was Australia the semi. That was a really good game, to be honest.
Yeah, it was.
That's a weird call. What was the ref just calling then?
Should we have a look?
The closest one to us.
Closest one to us is Tim Robinson from Australia.
Yeah, so he blows his whistle.
I was saying it came off our chair and bounced forward.
So first knock on from our side.
What's the going back sign? I mean,
it was not
I don't know that
French,
sign at all.
English knock on, French knock on. First knock on was English knock on.
Cool.
Yeah. Won't argue with that. Because we never argue with the ref.
Because of language barriers, you have to have a more clear signal, don't you?
So this is going to be a perfect example of the French being unprepared and not having looked at the pitch. They keep going out into touch on this side.
Yeah, well, not used to playing.
What we do before a game is go out as a team and roll around the pitch and make sure you know where the touchline is. Because I don't know if you can tell, but the court's very shiny, so you couldn't really see the lines that easily on the
Right.
touchline. But as we paid attention to that before the game started, we kind of checked where the limits were. We knew where it was, and the French were
Again, another great triangle.
You were there then as well for an offload. Nice pump.
It's a shame you didn't give that ball.
Yeah,
Jacques.
on that outside.
And then you do a knock on. Oh, they
I
rip
wasn't
it off.
expecting that ball back.
Yeah.
I think it goes through a rip.
I think he played it off the player, actually.
So how are things going for you, Siga? If you can hear me?
Kick to touch off of the penalty.
But pressure that we're building in these opening stages of the game were brilliant.
Yeah.
I think we've only had one dangerous attempt at our try line, and everything else has just been either around the halfway or in their half.
No one out in that wing.
We were clean and clinical until this.
Until that happened.
Cool, mate. Enjoy your beer and the sun. So they call me for being offside there. I was definitely square. But,
Can't argue, mate.
I think you were. I think you were. If he says you're offside, weren't you?
Yeah.
Such a better side. Why? I mean, I understand why. It's because the crowd's on that side.
Yeah. It's French logic, mate.
It was loud at this game as well, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I prefer them games where everyone's actually shouting against you.
Yeah.
Whoa, up in there.
What happens is Lionel kind of bent backwards, so I couldn't really get to his tag, so he managed to do an offload. Like, so if it's not this one, it's afterwards.
See, yeah, he does a big circle, comes back in, hits into Jack.
Fast play of the ball. Oh no, he complains for double tagging, but
it
don't
was
always get it your own way. See, he kind of bends backwards and we can't get it. But then again, they go into touch.
Yeah.
Because he's not unprepared. Look at this, Mikel Gunn, thinking he's so good.
Yeah, Wayne did well on that wing.
Oh yeah, they're not getting past Wayne.
Ooh.
That's kind of pulling the shirt there.
You should have gone round him.
This is getting out of our side again. Pretty sure you're going to give it back to me. Yeah, there you go. Oh, no, you didn't.
That's annoying. That'd have been good.
Yeah, I think he hit the ball.
Oh, what? Slapped the pass away?
Yeah. So we get it back. This is me looking at the ref thinking, all right, come on, he's got to take my tag, and he's just pretending he can't reach them. He was going for both tags and like hesitating between which one he was going to take.
No, overrun there. By everyone, Jesus.
Well, it's just we're so used to it going so fast. Look at Jack looking at the ref.
I get it called.
You get it called, though. God, the influence of the captain. We're so used to it going so fast that as soon as someone gets, pulled up and they slow down the tag or mess around with our shirt, whatever, we're all coming because we think it's going to go fast anyway, but it doesn't. So, yeah.
France are doing well to slow the play of the ball, but when we get it, So like 2 tagging there makes us have to do a second runner.
Oh, that was just.
I think we've overran every single play this set, haven't we?
This set, yeah. And I'm gonna.
What
There you
was
go.
that?
Well, because I was coming at full speed, and then I had to suddenly brake because he wasn't ready, and then I had to commit because I was already there, and he kind of threw the ball.
That's one of the things
I couldn't catch it. I should have been there. I should have just gone back.
Yeah.
Say that again, Fred.
Going up for one of the always the ball to complete the whole way.
I can't hear you, mate.
Yeah, Fred's video's frozen.
That's a shame.
There he is.
That was a forward pass from Nico there. So, but that came from the pressure you put on him. You were at mark and you jumped out at Nico, and he had nothing else to do than either keep it and fall over. And he thought he could have got it to Gilles, and he tried the pass, but because you focused on putting a lot of pressure on him, it just forced him to make that error. There you go. You jump at him. He gives it to Gilles.
Yeah, it wasn't a perfect pass either, was it?
No.
To Nico, you had to catch it behind him.
Just shows what can happen when you put the attackers under pressure. Can force them to do all sorts of errors.
Yeah, they're starting to get smart to the triangle now, so the marker's chasing a lot better on marker, and we're not getting as much distance as we was right at the beginning.
And there it is again, the guy running onto the pitch, helping an able-bodied person get up. God.
Well, I think we once had a game where the French management were complaining at us because they said we were slowing down the game by falling out of our chairs, and they said if you watch any game with France, we will never fall out of our chair. We will always keep the game flowing. And the game that we played before, just after they said all that, they fell out every single tackle, and it was Danny who were falling out every single time, and the game was stopping. We were just like, okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. You never fall. We'll put that to the test.
That's cool.
That's smart on Gilles.
Well played for Gilles. He caught Wayne out of position.
There's not a lot Wayne could do it there either, but Gilles to see it is smart, and he gets another set and a penalty. So
Gilles Clausel is something. He's someone that will always look for that kind of penalty. You should never be out of position with him because he'll always do that.
Oh
yeah, they're pressuring each other. To be fair, when we add the pressure, they make mistakes, but they're really.
Oh yeah, Gilles and Nico were trying too hard for this first half.
Well, it's like what you were saying earlier about putting the player that's playing the ball under pressure to play it quicker and quicker.
Nice switch.
Because there's a fine line there between getting a great player the ball and getting.
That was a nice play there.
That was also, we got a shirt pull.
Yeah, I think Ryan could have got to the try line then.
And we're taking it.
Interesting.
Maybe, but even still, Ryan did the perfect thing, because when he did get caught, if you watch how fast he played the ball, we were ready to take it back the other way. The referee gave a penalty, which is all right, but I think we'd have scored on the next tackle anyway, because his play of the ball was lightning after that, which isn't easy for a lot of people to do. So like when you do get a line break and stuff, what a lot of people will do is they end up pushing past where they've been tackled, and it takes a while for them to play the ball and the defense gets set. But he just did it straight away, and I think Seb, you were ready to run onto it. So
I was ready.
Either way, but we take the 2.
Yeah, it's the last 2 points we score in this first half.
Spoiler alert!
Wow, really?
I thought we'd get to 20.
Nah. Fabian's just about to get in. Start.
Oh no, we go. Yeah, it's 10 up, and then this
10
is
all.
where France sort of kick themselves into gear, don't they? And then we do the
Well,
same again. And
yeah, the whole game changes now because Fabian comes in for Michael Gunn, and he changes the French dynamic a lot.
What, like the French flow of the game?
Yeah,
they start taking the time more, don't they?
yeah, they're more composed and just more clinical, better.
I mean, so far they look like they've been just trying to push the tempo too much, like beyond what their players are ready to sort of play at.
If you get to touch. Look how close they are, though. Come on. I hate watching this game.
If there was one thing that I might have actually changed in this game is we did run the triangle very well, but I think we needed a plan B as well. So if that started to break down and we weren't making the ground that we originally was, to have a second option, but I don't think we did.
Whoa, what happened there?
Scraps wasn't ready for the ball.
Me throwing the ball away again.
Well, he wants to pass it back to Scraps. He didn't catch it, and then it just went into touch. We lost a few balls like this.
But just like
like I said, French get into gear and they start taking the time. But what's also happened is we're inviting them into our half of the field by making them silly mistakes.
So so watch this. This is where I mean, you can't say anything about the reffing, but this is one of the decisions that was very, very weird. They call a tag on Danny, and there's no tag on Danny. There's a forward knock on from Gilles because he catches it behind his back and then drops it to the floor.
Let's have a see.
And if you can't tell there's no tag on Danny right now, during half time they show the slow-mo of it and you can see it perfectly. So Danny gives the ball, Gilles catches it, drops it to the floor, that's a knock on. And they'll say, oh no, tag on Danny.
You did take his tag. It might have been a little bit later, but yeah.
No. You watch the slow mo at the start during the half time.
The thing is, from that as well, is they telegraphed where they was going to go on the tackle before anyway. The guy that got tackled in the middle by Jack, he sort of offered the pass, span around, tagged up, and then passed him as he went past, as the number 7 cut through.
This is good sliding on defense.
Yeah, we're doing good sliding, and they're just trying to get through now. They're not building anything.
Trying to push through a gap that's not there. However, that's a wrong setup. Great cover.
So they saw Scraps. They thought they could get through Scraps. See, they keep trying to go through Scraps, and Scraps are showing them that not getting through.
What's that called?
He played the try line.
He played without a tag on his shoulder, so they.
Oh right.
No, I mean Scraps. Sorry, rather than pushing out, he just played parallel across the try line. Then.
Oh yeah. Scraps is great. He was just staying on the line and just doing chair D, which is how it works. You don't need to be big and bulky and do big hits. You just need to be smart and
have the right chair position.
Chair position, Just look. I mean, little Scraps, who's tiny, can stop people like Danny and Gilles, who are big monsters coming at him at full speed. Just shows that chair D is everything.
I keep thinking that the crowd are clapping, but they're not. They're fanning themselves.
Yeah, everyone's too hot.
It was hot, man.
Everyone in the crowd is all sweaty and hot. So imagine us playing.
That was a bad drive.
It was even worse.
Turn and go. He's trying to hit you. He's trying his hardest then.
I'd have ran into that guy.
I don't know why
I'd have ran into him.
Yeah, you should have took him out. The thing is we was always told that you're not allowed on the pitch.
Until you're told, yeah.
But no, you have to be behind the play.
Yeah, like when you're tag collecting and stuff.
Yeah. You have to be behind play.
At this moment, I think on the French stream, if you have the sound, they call you Jack Brown, the captain, the English captain, La Pleureuse, which means the crybaby.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was a good
Cry.
drive.
Drive. Yeah.
But I had an injury going into this game, but you can see the sleeves I'm wearing. I actually popped a bursa on one of my elbows, and what we decided to do was we decided to put the same bandage, the same strapping on both elbows. But they knew which elbow it was, and what happened in the last tackle was they were pulling at it and knocking that elbow, and that was me whinging at the ref saying they know that I've got a poorly elbow and they're fucking hurting it.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Which guy are you talking about, Siga? Which guy?
I think he's talking about
the guy who's helping him up,
to get people up.
Oh yeah, wow.
But then again, that's something that your bench should have had a chat to the ref about.
Yeah. John, send us a picture of you in the garden with your beer. I'm jealous.
So that's Nico overplaying it again, trying to do too much. Being too fancy. He's not keeping it simple. He was being too fancy. He tried to do like a over the head pass or whatever. It was just being too fancy. I think when you're behind like this, you can't afford to do stuff like that. You really have to get back to basics and be clinical
You've got to start completing sets and just
build up your confidence. This is me getting pissed off at Nico. Like, come on, you're not actually bothering me. Just push him away.
Isn't it funny that we all do this kind of stuff to slow down the play of the ball? We all, mess about with which tag we're going to take and slow them down, pretend to be stuck on the chair, pretend like we can't get back up. But when someone does it to us, it just annoys you so much.
It annoys us so much. I know. I was so annoyed. Oh, this is it. This is when Fabian comes in. They called that a forward pass, but you threw it to me. It bounced on the floor and bounced backwards all the way to me, and I caught it.
It was 50. I've made far too many handling errors in this game so far.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like it's back to 0-0 again. Like you're not playing like you've got a 10-point lead. Like there's no composure sort of thing. It's really
that was
there it is.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the crowd went off when they scored that.
That's the thing when you have guys like Jules, Nico, and Danny on the other side. As soon as you make the slightest error, they're going to be there to punish you.
Yeah, and you were getting stick for this, weren't you, Seb? Because if you watch, it's completely my fault. I completely fall for the dummy. I think he's going that way, and everyone were going up to you. Everyone were going up to you and saying, "Oh, Seb, you almost got him. Unlucky, mate." It's like Seb was covering me.
Well, yeah,
I was the one that,
like you say, with the cover defense.
The last try of the game, everyone came up to me as well and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was your fault that you lost." And I was like, "What?" I'm on with Danny, and I was covering for someone else. But the thing is,
completely my fault.
On the live stream, they say, "Oh, Bishara, he kind of like misses it just missed the tackle or whatever." And so everyone was, they don't understand the sport, so they're just texting me and calling me and saying, "I'm really sorry, mate. I mean, you lost the game because of you." I was like, "What?" So people listening now, if we lost the World Cup final, it's because of Jack.
All my fault.
All 80 minutes of it.
All 80 minutes of it.
Well, it was my fault they scored first, definitely.
The first try.
Now, I don't know if the last try was your fault or Wayne's fault. I'm trying to...
Well, we'll find out that in 2 days.
I've never figured it out.
Not a great kick there.
What's he whinging about?
Oh, you don't have your feet attached or whatever.
Oh, he's saying my feet aren't in my foot strap.
Yeah, they like to complain.
I should have kicked him in the shin.
I'll say the same about Joe when he comes in, because Joe keeps using his feet to get back up. So they'll complain about that. So now number 10 here is Fabian Plaza, who's not the fastest player, but is very annoying to tackle because he's just very fiddly. I think they call double tackle, don't they?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Because you were the only one round him.
No, well, yeah, it was. If you watch it back, I remember watching this. They call two-man tackle. Scraps sees that I'm going to stop him and goes back, and I'm the only one to take the tag off. But I don't know. And I looked at the defending ref, and I said, "Well, you saw that it wasn't a two-man tackle because look, I stop him here. Scraps goes back. I take the tag off, and it says two tags.
Or was he saying offside?
No. He says tag and then the other, taking two tags off. But we only took one tag off, so that's getting a penalty for nothing. This is me going to see the other ref saying, "But you saw I only took one tag. What's this about? Can't you tell him?" And he says, "No, it's too late." Oh, okay.
You was the only person up then off the line.
Have we pushed him out of play again?
I think so. Can you watch that back? I want to see that.
He's definitely telling people to move off the sideline, which is hilarious. It shouldn't be happening at all.
They just messed up. But before that,
I think it was different last.
Just slightly before that, or we didn't see the build-up.
Those are two tags.
Yeah, those are two tags. All right, so from here. I was going to kick it. So.
Something at England we all need to work on. Like when we do start talking to the refs, our performance does go down. Something we need to get out of.
That was right. Wayne and Ryan.
We did that, but yeah, they were 2-on-3. We were 3 defenders for 2 attackers. So it was. They had nothing there. Nothing. And this is me complaining to the referees. They're 3 meters away from us. Okay. No, they barely have to push, and they're already on us. You see that?
See there, you needed, yeah. If he was in a little bit earlier, that would have opened right up.
Here's a question then. Would you guys say that was a tackle or a knock-on? Or drop ball?
Just now?
Yeah.
Watch it back. Who's the question from?
From me.
Oh,
okay.
Ryan does perfect to come and get the cover because he runs one there. I probably should have give it there.
Yeah, no,
but then he makes an even better one here.
Yeah.
But that is a tackle, isn't it? Or
I mean,
would you say the ball?
Tackle 100%. Because he knocked him out of his chair. You gotta let go of the ball to stabilize yourself and not hurt yourself. For me, that's 100% a tackle.
Yeah,
if the tag wasn't gone, would you say it was a tackle?
No.
If the tag wasn't gone, yeah, I would say it was a tackle as well, because that means the French guy is going in for a hit and not even making the effort to take a tag off.
Because it's a strange one. It was on the early days of playing. I got called for doing a knock on when I got knocked out of my chair. That's why I always wear the elbow pads now, because I do not let go of the ball and I'll just land on my elbows or my forearms. Because I got called for it so many times where I kept getting knocked out of my chair and losing the ball, and they'd say it was a knock on over a tackle.
Yeah, I guess it depends the ref, but I think it should be, if you're falling to the floor and for your safety, you've got to let go of the ball to catch yourself.
Yeah, good chase.
It should always be a tackle.
How did the ball end up back there?
It took a really funny bounce.
Yeah, I remember that bounce. Because I hadn't pushed 100% because it was the opposite side of the court, and then it bounced back towards where I was. And I think if I had pushed earlier, I could have scored the try. It might have been my fault we lost the game as well.
I think it was.
Oh, that's what everyone thinks.
I'm pretty sure I sent you a message about it.
I didn't know you back then.
No.
We weren't buddies.
I was joking, mate.
This is
Good kick on them.
That's a great kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really had our pants down on that one.
Yeah, that was a great one.
That's a good kick from Fabian Plaza, who had a great game. I would have called him man of the match. You know.
Why are you starting from over there? Didn't it go out the back?
I know, it should have been in 8 metre, shouldn't it, in the middle?
Yeah.
There was a lot of weird calls, you know. Can't talk
Great
about it too.
Great run.
2 tags.
Good timing.
And this is where I thought you were on my right, and then you suddenly cut back inside. It was a shit pass anyway.
Well, we're all over the shop.
And this is when they called Wayne for hip thrusting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That happened to Dan Edwards in one of our games once, and his reply was, "If I could thrust my hips, do you reckon I'd be on this pitch right now?" He's like, "I'd be at home."
He tapped that ball way early. We could have been up way earlier than that.
Yeah, it's a good dip as well. But look at that.
Yeah, and they score, yeah. That was...
What was more annoying about that try is you guys were in the right position. You just went too far back.
Yeah, he just had the wheel ahead of Ryan, didn't he? But he's got a long reach as well, Danny.
Ryan just needed one more push to have his chair positioned slightly in front of Danny's, and he would have stopped that score. Try.
Yeah.
Just one more push instead of going for the tag.
Yeah. That's what
one thing that Phil Roberts taught me is like way back when we were playing in 08 and stuff. I was known for like diving over the line sort of thing. I'd just go dive at a gap and put the ball down. And he decided that like the way to defend it now, anyone who's going for the try line, is go for the opposite side tag. I mean, it'd be quite hard with Danny, but what you do is you reach for the opposite shoulder, the one furthest away, and you can use your arm to hold them up. And hold them from putting the ball down. And there was one try when we were playing against Bury Jigsaw back then, and I do exactly that. I try to dive for the line, and Phil goes for my left shoulder from my right side. Martin Norris goes for the other tag, so they both got their arms crisscrossed on my chest, and the ball was like 3 inches off the floor, and I couldn't put it down. They weren't even trying to take the tag.
Yeah, it's like body blocking sort of thing.
Yeah,
if you're
it's
reaching,
like it's a legal block, but it's like them little things that you work out to get the little advantages.
But that's it as well. If you're reaching for the opposite shoulder, your chair's gonna have to be in front of their chair.
Yeah. Your chair's going to be in a better position. I think what a lot of people do is try to defend going where the attacker is at that moment, right then. But you should be aiming to go where he's going to go.
Yeah,
so if he's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, push where he's going, not where he is.
Like that, Seb.
I stop him. You know. You want to talk about missed tackles, mate?
Oh,
it's touchline again. They were very unaware of the touchlines.
Which is crazy. They should have the advantage.
And oh god, I remember this. Watch this back, please.
What this bit?
Yeah, just what before this tackle. Watch it back, please. What happened? This is me. I won't say why I'm want to watch this back. This is me purely complaining about something.
It's not like you.
See, that's a knock on.
We're all calling
a knock on.
Yeah.
he bounces the ball on the floor twice. In wheelchair rugby league, hitting the floor with the ball is a knock on, but he says play on. So.
Once good though, good D by Scraps to get out on that wing.
Yeah, the sliding were brilliant in defence.
Yeah, the sliding was brilliant, and we really used the touchline to our advantage.
Yeah, well, there's even Scraps is saying it there for the knock on.
I know, and it slows us for our setup.
It slows our retreat a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because you're not pushing, are you?
Yeah, too busy arguing. That goes back to what I was saying. If we argue with a ref, our game just goes down.
But again, it's frustrating because you do have to make it known as well. You can't just sort of be like, oh, hang on, play on.
Yeah.
It's like the whole when you pull a tag, most people shout tag when they pull a tag. Because like even when I've tried to ref like our training matches, you can't see the opposite shoulder for anything.
No.
It is very hard to refing, I must admit. I ref sometimes during the training, and it's very hard to see everything.
Yeah. But it's like, especially with us down south, sometimes we only have one ref in our Super League matches.
Oh God, yeah, it must be
it's one of those where you're like, come on, you must have. No, there's no way you could have seen that. I'm sorry, and then you sort of carry on playing. It's like, it goes from an instant sort of rage to, yep, no, thank you for coming. Oh, Scraps was a little bit later. Then that would have been a great little offload.
It helped if there weren't a person in his way as well.
Run him over. He shouldn't be there.
And he's helping Nico to get up and staying on the pitch, giving him tags and whatever. Nico's able-bodied and really fit. He can get up as quick as he wants on his own. He doesn't need any help at all. So it was obviously one of their game plans.
Yeah.
Which is and then they call us for
for mouthing off.
Yeah. You're right, Lyndon Price. Control the controllables. That's what we always say.
Yep.
It just
we never actually follow the rule though.
No, we do. It is hard and frustrating sometimes though when it's
God,
happens.
Seb.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that, but then they called you for not putting your tag on.
Oh, my fault. Oops.
Oh, so
I was terrible in this game. I thought I had a good game. I was terrible.
There's Seager taking his little mermaid pole position in the background.
As he sent a picture.
Ariel in the background.
Yeah. Nice chair D there.
Yeah, that was good.
He didn't even make contact. He already had to turn away.
See, now he calls offside. Ridiculous. God.
That was a tough one.
Like I've watched this back quite a few times, and when he hits the ball, I'm further than 4 meters away.
Hang on, didn't he just kick that ball off? Where did he get the ball from?
We had extra balls.
This is professional sport. What do you think? We don't have only one ball. We've got little kids on the sides handing us balls.
I was about to say, you didn't get it back when you kicked it off.
Oh, no,
we won't, will we?
I sent a picture on Messenger to you. Okay, I'll go and check it out. I've got there.
There's a lot of pressure here. Yeah, Scraps.
That was good cover.
You didn't need to chase over then, Seb.
Oh wait, I wasn't watching. I'm trying to look at the picture Seeger sent me. What was it you said? What did I do wrong?
No, you just chased over to Scraps, and Scraps had it all in hand.
Yeah, trust in your players.
I look out for the little ones. Let's see. Is it after this?
Yeah, it's when Gilles goes left on his own. So they get a set-up drive here, and then they all attack that way, and Scraps is on his own with Gilles. But look, they switch it back, and Scraps is all over him. And you come in, no reason whatsoever.
Well,
we got lucky then, though, because Seb, you had no idea Jack cut across behind you.
No
idea.
Which is the same of what happened with you and Simo in that other game we watched. It's like communication from the players behind.
Yeah, I have to say I'm chasing the wing.
Yeah.
That was a sort of clinch moment, wasn't it? It was like, if someone's not there, we've got to get something. And we're all scrambling.
I can't find you a message, John. Where did you send it?
Mr. Coyd.
It's on your Facebook Messenger, Seb.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Great turn. See, that's where you need to look for an offload there. Someone's got to be supporting that.
Oh, I would have given that.
I would have given that. Again,
our line speed is poor. We're not
You're
taking
too
the ball
flat.
at speed.
way too flat. Oh, Seb sent us a... Oh, no. John sent us a picture. yeah.
There we go.
The Joker.
The beer. Nice.
There we go.
That was strange then. You were the only person there and he ran right into you. Nice, Jack.
I don't know how to get it up on the stream.
God, the view on the other side of the pitch is much clearer and nicer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Saw the image there.
Got you two. Offload.
Oh. And now they're complaining about the feet again. Because Joe uses his feet to get back up then.
Yeah, I understand what they're saying about the feet not being strapped in, but if you're using it to get back up once you're falling out, I don't think you're gaining a real advantage there, are you? If anything, you're helping with the flow of the game, keeping the game going.
Yeah, if anything, we're not having a guy running on the pitch to stop us, to get us back up.
That's
a proper trigger for you, isn't it, Seb?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Like, even watching it now, I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? It's like the game's not stopped or anything. You just run straight through play. Good fight by Joe. Play it there. Oh.
Gilles does this a lot in his games. He always
he does it all the time.
The thing is like, as soon as that the speed, the fast play of the ball happens, you'll get caught out more than often for doing it. Like there, you caught back out. I don't know why it's getting called back for it.
No, we get. I think he pulls our shirt. Is it our ball?
I think that's.
Oh
no, it's a penalty.
So what happened?
I think they called me for not playing it in front of the marker.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's silly.
That's where I was tackled.
And this is. I have a push and shove with Kevin now.
You starting on Kevin? Oh, let's watch that.
And this is us looking at each other. But if you just I get the ball and I'm clearly out of the pitch, but he comes and smashes into me anyway. So I managed to recover it now, and he's coming in, bashes into me, and I'm like, fuck off, mate.
Wow.
Handbags at dawn.
This is us looking at each other now, just like, and he's laughing. Like, yeah, mate. Yeah.
Joke.
Yeah.
You can have a nasty side sometimes, can't you?
Oh, in a game, definitely. We should have Joe on live with us, and we Joe and I had a game against each other. I think I was playing for Leeds, and he was playing for Medway. And Joe and I, we love each other.
On the first video, Joe actually put a comment on the first video, feeling left out that he's not in here, so we might have to get him as a special guest.
For the second half.
Like,
well,
Lyndon
we'll talk about it.
In the comment here, he's just put, the heat of the battle. That's like spot on of exactly what is going on.
Well, if he's watching, he'll remember the game against Leeds where we were smashing into each other. I mean, I love Joe. He loves me, I'm pretty sure. But that game, we hated each other. We were like picking on each other, looking for a fight. Both wanted to hit each other. I totally got into his head though. He was like,
I talk to Fred all the time about this and to Joe about it. About we call it the dickhead mode.
Oh yeah.
And it's where Joseph just goes into a right shit house and just starts pushing and pulling and and swearing at the players he's playing against to try and get in their head.
Joe
he tries to do it to us at Halifax all the time, and we always just like give him a kiss or a cuddle.
When he's trying to get in the other person that does that as well is Simo. When them two are on, it's hilarious. Like I remember one game we played, the league put a GoPro on Simo, and he was like, "We can't play this game today. I've got," and it was like pointing at his chest to point at the camera. He's like, "We can't do it this game."
Simo elbowed me in the grand final.
Simo's dirty, man. When we played the Challenge Cup 2 years ago, I made a line break just past him, and he grabbed me by the back of my collar like that. And literally, you could hear it across the whole sports hall. It was at Huddersfield Sports Centre. And you heard, as soon as I went past him, went, a proper fucking pull. And he pulled me to the floor and everything. I remember I actually started on him while I was laid on the floor. I was like, come on then.
Well, you need dirty players. It's rugby, Got to be a bit dirty.
He's not a dirty player. He's just, he didn't mean to do it, but I took it personally. So,
Tim,
we had a cuddle after the game and we got over it. We're fine.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Tim, hope you're enjoying us insulting you for 40 minutes.
Hi, Tim. Nice to see you, mate.
Hope you're okay.
Oh, dear.
Oh, we're just going to wait for Tim to comment now.
Yeah.
This live stream is tantalizing. It's amazing. Just us watching the comment stream.
I enjoy your presence, Tim, but don't ref me like that again.
That is not the voice of Wheelchair Rugby League. That is...
No, I'm just kidding.
Can you change your top, please?
In fact, we'd love you to ref us as often as possible.
Nah, you're a great ref.
I enjoyed playing against you, Tim, to be honest, when we went to Australia.
Oh, yeah. I really wanted to smash you.
Oh, dear.
Right, so that was the first half of the World Cup 2017. And we've as a quick overview, Seb, what's happened?
Well, basically, we started very well. We were composed and clinical. We were really using our triangle very well and doing fast play of the ball. Put the French under pressure a lot, and we managed to, progressively score up to 10 points, really putting the French under pressure. And then the French had a change and put Fabien Plaza on, who really composed the French team, and they started playing much calmer and clear-minded. And they managed to manage the pressure we were putting on them by slowing our tags, slowing the whole play of the ball kind of thing. And it made us get kind of sloppy in attack and overplaying slightly, passing the ball badly and stuff, and dropping the ball, whatever. And then they started playing much more composed and faster. They instead of overplaying, they were just going back to basics, fast play of the ball, and we had difficulties managing with that pressure they put on us, just like we did in the first 15 minutes, and got back to 10-all.
Shut up.
10-all, mate. 10-all. But we come back in firing.
Just dropped to 0.
Love it. Drive a point, please. Yeah.
Fred, right, for your
If
you were that England team, what would you be saying to the England side after that game? After that half?
Watching both sides of that, it's the term pushing the tempo. So the tempo you're already playing at, you're trying to push it further. And both teams got overrunning ball play, making silly passes where they're trying to keep it going. And it wasn't until, like you said, the French player came on that slowed the game down for them a bit, and they played at their tempo. So rather than trying to speed it up constantly, like with faster plays of the ball and stuff like that, and throwing the ball away, overrunning your play of the ball, that for me was the biggest problem on both sides. France had it. England had it the second half of that.
Tempo is an interesting word, because what we saw when he came on, because before he came on, they were always at the same tempo. They're like every ball was really fast. It was, and then when he came back on, like the first 3 tackles were moderate speed, and then suddenly they would just accelerate in an instant, and it really change the change of tempo during the same set really hurts the defensive line.
The thing is they weren't playing faster; they was playing with more fluidity. So it wasn't a constant sort of barrage into a defense. Stop, replay the ball, or people are run another really quick attack. It was their pushing was a little bit slower, but because it was more fluid, they run into it a lot smoother, and that's why it was faster.
Yeah, we right. So we're going to be back tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah.
We said we were going to do.
Yeah, so tomorrow's second half of the World Cup final,
and then
heartbreaking moments.
I mean,
when Sebastian Bashara misses the tackle.
Pretty heartbreaking, to be honest.
I was at home then. That's when we travelled back, I think, the day before from France, because the final was so far away from Toulouse. It was unreal.
2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours too much for you.
Well, yeah, we was miles away.
What a fan you are.
These guys were with Lewis King. Lewis King had to walk the majority of it. It would take him. Fred were giving him piggybacks.
Yeah,
you are.
Lewis King. We got over to. We stayed at Toulouse. Went to Albi, which was miles away. We had to get a cab there. Trains wouldn't go.
Thanks for coming.
Is that Lyndon's off? See you later, Lyndon.
See you, dude. Right, yeah. So we're going to be back on Monday. Shut up, Seb. So we're going to be back on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays. So 4 days a week. We're going to keep doing this. Yeah, we're going straight back tomorrow. Seb's going to wake up on time this time as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Sorry, I was busy this morning.
What was you doing? Staying at home?
Yeah, I was busy. Because you'll
Seb's
get
the only person that is harder to contact during a lockdown than it was before. Like before, when he was traveling around, it was easy to get in touch with you when you were traveling South Africa, mate.
Well, South America, but same thing.
Yeah, that one.
Right, I'll see you guys
soon. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you, boys.
Later on, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.